What's up guys, it's ActusXD. To new friends, welcome. To returning friends, welcome back. Today I want to do a video on a topic I've already covered, but we're about to see some changes, and so I think we really need to get stuck into the nitty-gritty so people understand what's coming. The situation on live servers as it currently stands is that Reekwater PvP missions, in my view, are the best faction token per hour farm you can do. Other people believe it's Great Cleave or Shattered Mountain, and whilst they're both really good and viable alternatives to Reekwater, my current view is that the present state of the game means that Reekwater is the best pure faction token per hour farm. We're about to see a change made, it's already on the PTR, that is going to change the way faction tokens are earned. It's going to make a massive difference in terms of how fun PvP and PvP missions are and how often people are going to engage in that content, but it's also going to change the way we get faction tokens. So I want to cover that today so that you're fully aware of what's coming and you can make an informed decision about how you want to go about getting your faction tokens. The long and short of it is, at the moment, the three kinds of PvP faction missions are basically run to an area, kill a certain type of mob, and pick something up from one area and put it down somewhere else. In the upcoming PTR, there are going to be three new types of faction missions added, and some of the old ones are going to remain. I think one or two types are being taken away, but certainly one is going to remain. So you'll see here I'm in the footage, I'm on the PTR and I'm doing the Reekwater faction missions. The first three I pick up, one of them is to kill 5 players, the other is to hold the climb for 1 minute and 30 seconds, which is already a PvP objective, and the other is to collect something, I don't know what it is, from a location and then take it back to the original or the old location, the current location of the Reekwater PvP missions. Even if the only changes they were making on the PTR was to swap the missions around in this way, we're already seeing quite a big change in, or quite a big reduction in how viable or how easy it is going to be to farm faction tokens. Previously, we've lost the kill 4 boars, which was really easy, although you didn't necessarily do it, and that's been replaced with kill 5 players. Killing 5 players is hard, and you need 5 players to be around. You need to win the 5 fights. It's difficult, and so we're losing one easy mission and it's being replaced with a difficult one. And then you'll notice in the footage here, the new location for the picking up whatever the hell it is, I don't know. I haven't read quest text my entire life. I'm not about to start now. Is on not a bridge. I don't know what, I'm not a geographer. I don't even know the word, but it's on there's one way into the location and there's one way out. So if you're going to run there, and it's further away, if you're going to run down there to go get that stuff and there's someone who's better than you at the game, which if you're like me, that's basically everyone, or if there's a group of people that are just trying to stop people from doing PvP missions, they can hold that one location and you're going to be prevented from doing your faction mission. Plus, you're going to lose whatever credit you had towards your climb or your killing enemy players. It is a lot more difficult to complete 2 of the 3 missions. So if you're enjoying yourself, you've learned something, or you've exhaled air out of your nose at a slightly faster volume, then smash the like and subscribe button. Thank you, love you. Straight away, we're seeing a big change in how difficult it is going to be to farm faction tokens. That's not, I don't want to say the worst of it, because the worst of it's not true. The changes they're making are much more interesting. They're going to make PvP faction missions much more exciting to do, and they're going to encourage PvP, all of which are awesome things. So I don't want anyone to think that I'm saying something negative. What I think you need to be aware of is that where right now it's relatively easy to get somewhere in the vicinity of 30 to 40,000 faction tokens an hour, I think with the changes that we've already only discussed, you're going to see that probably halved, I would say. 15 to 20,000 is probably more viable, and that depends on, it's not specific to Reekwater, for one. It's going to be the case in all the zones, because those same PvP missions are coming out and the new ones are coming in. You're going to see more people doing them because they're more fun, which means you're going to die more often, or you're going to kill more people. But let's say the negative pessimistic view is you're going to die more often, which means they're going to be reset more often, which means you have to start again more often. Do you get where I'm going with this? Anyway, it's not looking splendid. However, there are more changes that are going to be made. So you'll see in the footage here, and I'll put up a comparison of the original tokens value, not value, but how many you get from turning in the first 3 quests on the current game as they are live at the moment, and how many tokens you get for turning in the new ones. And you'll see that there's not been, if they're 20, 30, 40% harder, there's not been the same bump up in the reward to equivalate. That's not a word, but I can make the words up, okay? to equivalate the two, to balance it out. But then you'll see in the PTR when I turn the quests in, the new quests that pop up are mostly, or I think all three of them are the new PvP missions. One is to capture the fort, which you can only capture the fort if you don't currently hold the fort, which means that at certain times completing the PvP mission is not going to be viable, which means you can't do it, which means you can't get the tokens for it. And then the other one is to go to a war fort and search chests. And you've got to search 5 chests. They're not chests is hard to say. It takes a long time to search a chest. It takes quite a while to find a chest. It takes further to run to the war fort location. And the war fort location is going to be where everyone is told to go to do their PvP faction mission. So it's going to be a lot harder to do that one. So we've got the fort mission, which you can't necessarily do. We've got the kill 5 players, which is much more difficult. We've got the search 5 chests at the war camp to complete the mission. Look, I think you can probably get where I'm going with this. Farming faction tokens to buy PvP gear is about to get significantly harder. I don't know when we're getting the PTR. I've heard rumors that it could be this Wednesday. I think that's pretty unlikely, but whatever the case is, it's definitely going to be, it's coming. We know that it's coming, so you need to make sure that you've got this stuff farmed. I know me personally, I've farmed too. I've farmed light and heavy PvP faction gear, and I'm going out to farm more in case I decide I want to yield to the meta and become a great axe user or something. I want to have more gear there. So it's something that you need to be aware of, that we're about to see this change. It's going to make faction token missions a lot harder to complete. They will be more fun, but they're going to be a lot more challenging, and so it's going to take a lot longer to farm the same amount of tokens. Something for you to be aware of. Something else for you to be aware of is that the subscribe button is just down below, as well as the like. If you've enjoyed this video, then I would really sort of urge you to hit both of those buttons. It helps me out immensely. You'll get more fantastic content like this with hilarious jokes and this attractive face, and you will have my unending and incontrovertible love and admiration. It would mean a great deal. Hit the button. Thank you very much, and we'll see you on the next episode. This isn't episodic. I'll see you. If you come back, then I'll see you then. Thank you. That's not going in the video.